Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 23 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Just logging in for a few minutes here, checking in on my geothermal generators. They're nice and full of lava. You can see them not able to keep up with the output of my MFA. Once again, I really got to upgrade that guy at some point. Doing my thing with the scrap, producing a lot of UU matter, getting pretty close. However, I believe that the lava that I was pumping out of that lake way back away, far away, is no longer really available. So I'm going to have to move that lava lake pretty soon. There's probably a couple other things I want to get to in this episode, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright, gonna step through to my apiary real quick here, see how everything's doing. I've been trying to crossbreed a little bit with these drones and princesses and all this other craziness. Hoping to get a little bit lucky with some cool stuff. So far, not a terribly large amount of luck, but I'm gonna try some more. I'm gonna try and crossbreed my common with my cultivated dash meadows, see if I get any luck with that. Let's see, what do we got? Common cultivated. Alright, not bad. What'd I get over here? Full-blown cultivated. Alright, cool. No complaints. That's fine with me. How's my tree farm doing? Looking good. Oh, nighttime too. Gonna have to go sleep through the night pretty soon. But real quick, gonna pop through to my buildcraft room, just in time to see everything's running smooth. Still got those logic gates there, trying to make sure everything is not exploding again. Exploding is bad. That's a lesson we learned. Everything looks good. I'm going to probably reinstate my quarry today, by the way. I would like to start getting some more resources. Need a bit more on the recycler front. If I go check on my scrap... Oh yeah, dude, I'm out of scrap. Look at that. Whew. Better go turn off my machine downstairs, because I do not want to be wasting energy when I don't have any scrap. So, see? Look, running low. So let's turn this guy off. And... I'm going to have to implement a system probably pretty soon where this thing will only run if there's scrap inside. We'll keep an eye on that as a possibility for future use. So for now, how about I go scope out a nice spot for a quarry. Alright, now I believe I had my quarry stored in this chest here. I've also got... How did gray paintbrush get in there? Move along over here, buddy. Much better. Let's see, what else will I need for my quarry? I think I should have it probably in this bag. I'm gonna need one of these, one of you, and one of you. That should work. And I'll probably need this wireless receiver here. I believe that was frequency 4 that I was using last time. Alright, let's go find out a good spot for a quarry. I lied. Before I go get my quarry, I want to go down here to my lava pump station. I don't like this chunk being force loaded anymore. And I've mostly gotten all the lava out of here, I think. Well, maybe there's a little bit left to get, perhaps. But for the most part, it looks like I've gotten it all. So I think I'm probably going to want to get rid of these chunk loader blocks pretty soon. Also, I found that these chunk loaders aren't working so hot from such a long distance away. I get the impression that because it's so far away from my main base, the chunk loaders are having trouble keeping them loaded. Believe it or not. So I'm probably going to want to do something about that. I'm thinking I want to do maybe just a little bit closer to my base is where I'll have my lava thing. Do I have any water on me by chance? There we go. I do. Sweet. Just doing what I can to clean up this big mess of lava that I made. Yeah, see, this is mostly just non-source blocks flowing around here. And you can tell that because it's all turning into cobble instead of obsidian. So I'm going to clean up this mess. I'll be back in a few minutes once I've gotten all this cleaned up, and probably going to be ready to put down that quarry that I grabbed. And I should probably at least do this one little piece on camera. I'm going to sneak over to this station here. I knocked out the chunk loader blocks I had from around here, picked up all my resources. I'm done with this area for the most part. So I should knock off this stuff as well and bring it back to my main base with me. There we go. And now I can just get back by doing this. Sweet. Alright, so that chunk is not going to be an issue for me anymore. I'm going to clean up my inventory and then go do my quarry, I promise this time. Alright, so let's get a pretty similarly sized quarry here. I'm basically going to lay it out like this. I'm going to put this guy here, and I think it would be wise to go ahead and put down a redstone torch. Don't I have any redstone on me? If I don't in here, I've got some for sure. There we go. Just so I can see where this thing's leading out to. And of course I want to put one all the way over here. And then basically I'm going to do a similar size to what I did before. So I'm going to lay this one out here. And then let's run over this direction. And maybe like right here-ish. That sounds good. Why not? I like it. Now I just grab my quarry. Get rid of this thing. Go on, get out of here. Right click this guy. And I can put my quarry right here. That's a nice spot. Now I do want to make sure that my power is going to be on here. And it looks like I have to eat again. I really need those quantum legs so I can start running around without double tapping and using up all my food. I'll have them soon. Hopefully this episode I'll be able to make those quantum legs. And then it's a simple matter of hooking up the power again. So we get this guy here, this stuff ready. And we'll be ready with frequency 4 on that thing. So this guy was 1. Can receive false. And this guy was 1. Can receive true. With one of these guys, frequency 4. And for now, just so it builds, how about I go with frequency 1 and let it start clearing out the area. There's my little friend the laser. I'm going to head back to my base here and probably set up my portal again so I can come back out here in a moment and visit it. Let's get this thing out. And I can just keep an eye on my buildcraft room as well while everything's cruising and doing its stuff. And I can even make this guy quarry control back on. So I can set this to the proper frequency if that is. And cool. So the little laser guy is going to clear out this area for me. And I'll be back in a few minutes once my quarry's done building. Just getting dark out real quick, so I'm going to sleep through the night. Make sure that it's nice and bright out, and hopefully be back in time to see my quarry getting built. Oh, little laser guy is doing its thing still, clearing out some grass maybe it looks like. No, he's building the quarry. Awesome. Exactly what I wanted to see him doing. Perfect. And it looks like we're here just in time to see the final pieces of this thing get built. Just wrapping up. Nice. And there goes the quarry arm. So I'm going to let that guy start running, and I'm going to head back to my base and get working on something new. Oh yeah, quick note, didn't want you guys to think I forgot chunk loading blocks around this quarry. I got them. Alright, real quick, combining a cultivated and a common drone. Let's see if we get any luck. We got a common noble queen. Ooh, I think that's a new type of bee for me, isn't it? Where's my apiary list? Where's my bees? Noble? Yeah, noble. Noble branch. Woot. I just got a new type of bee. That is cool. I'm excited about that. Common cultivated, huh? Let's combine her with a cultivated. Cross your fingers, see if we get something else neat here. Just regular cultivated. But hey, I got a noble bee. That is awesome. Noble bees are one of the first bees to produce honeydew, which is good stuff, and is really nice. So I'm happy about that. I'm going to let this little queen here produce her stuff, and I'll be back once I, check out what all kinds of good things is getting produced. Alright guys, one of the things I want to do, I think I mentioned this a moment ago, grab myself an iron hand gate here, and I could probably do this with a simple gate, but I'm going to go ahead and test it with this thing. And I'm going to bring it down to my room here, and this is actually going to be pretty easy if it's going to work as well as I think it will. If I just dig down here and connect up to this supplier pipe, and what I can say is supplier failed, which is pretty cool. Basically it's going to say I failed to supply the stuff that I wanted, and you can see the condition is currently true because it wasn't able to put 32 pieces of scrap in there. What I might do as well is grab my wrench here and just scale down this scrap amount. So like oh, I took it all out, didn't I? Let's just take one piece off of here. So if we look at this thing now, you can see the supplier failed is no longer true. I'm going to keep like 5 in there, and it should be still not true. but if I wanted to keep, let's say, 10 in there, this thing will quickly go to supplier failed once it attempts to grab 10 pieces of scrap and can't do it. And then what I can say is if supplier failed, disable pipe is an option. Not going to do that. I'm going to emit a redstone signal. Ta-da! And what that should do now is basically remove the need for this thing. So the redstone signal is going to keep the mass fabricator on. So let's do something like, yeah, I'll just leave this like it is for now. Let me go get a few more pieces of scrap there, and then we'll give this another test. Alright, so what's the best way to test this out? Well, let's, go ahead and produce some scrap. I'm just going to throw some cobblestone in there, and that should all go straight down the yellow path into my recycler. And the recycler is, of course, going to do its thing and recycle. So let's see what happens downstairs when we get the scrap we need. What should happen is any moment now, we should get a piece of scrap flowing into here, and that should supply it with 7. And remember, we're asking for 10. So we need a few pieces of scrap, not a big deal. There we go. Hey, look at that, it ran. Cool. Now in a moment, it should redetect that the supplier has failed to resupply this pipe with the requested amount. Remember, it checks every 5 or so seconds. So let's give it a few seconds here. Mass fabricator's still running. Oh look, it's still able to pull stuff in. That's cool. I think it's because I left partial requests on. So it's not triggering the failed condition because of the existence of that partial requests. Not a big deal. Oh look, it just triggered the supplier failed. Now the redstone signal is applied, and we're not making any more progress. Perfect. So this thing is working exactly as I would have wanted it to. It's basically going to, automatically send scrap right into my mass fabricator, and it'll automatically turn off the mass fabricator when there isn't any scrap. Now, we could have gone with inventory empty. We could have gone with a couple different ways of doing this, but that's the beauty of all these systems, is you can really kind of do it a couple different ways. I like to go in the supplier failed method. You could have easily gone inventory empty. Let's see how we're doing real quick on this stuff. Oh yeah, we got plenty of stuff to store in my Klein Star. Dump a whole bunch of EMC energy into there. Nice. Oh, we're getting awfully close to being able to produce another one of these tier 3 glowstone aggregators, energy collectors, whatchamacallit thingies. So that's cool. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw this thing right in here. That should get painted white. It shouldn't know what to do with the scrap all by itself. Alright, I'm going to go figure out something else to work on. Alright guys, I have a build in mind. I'm pretty excited about this. It took me a while to figure out exactly what I wanted to do here, but I said, you know what? I think I finally decided how I want to work on what I want to work on. And I was just in my test world testing out some of this crazy stuff, and I think it's going to work out pretty well. So let's see how well I can replicate it in my real world without cheating the items to myself. So I'm going to grab 2 pieces of dark matter. Oh, there goes all my juice in my Klein Star. Oh well. What can I use this stuff for with regards to industrial craft power? Dun 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 dun. Something in here can be used for power. Ah, there we go. A vulcanite amulet. Oh man, I need a 3rd piece of dark matter? What the hey? Do I have any? No. Alright, let's see what I can do about that real quick by running over here, supplementing my income a little bit with my tungsten ores. Let's grab some of them. We'll start burning those things up in my Mark III relay. Look how quickly they burned. Holy cow, that was fast. Dump all that juice directly into my Klein Star. Again, a lot faster because it's a Mark III antimatter relay. Awesome. There it goes. Was that enough to burn up to the dark matter? Oh yeah, that was plenty. Cool. So there's some dark matter. Let's also get ourselves some buckets. As you saw, I need some lava buckets to do what I want to do here. So what I can do is just grab some tin. That'll be from here. And craft up 6 lava buckets. Real easy to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lava buckets. And what can I use buckets in a recipe for? Alright, I'll have to go get the lava myself. But my lava buckets will go around my dark matter to get my vulcanite amulet. So let's run downstairs to where I have that nice little lava system going on. Perfect. I'm going to turn this thing off because I don't want him on anymore. And let's do something like this. 1, 2, 3. And I love those balance pipes, like, a lot. What are they? Are they balance pipes? Is that what they're called? I believe that's what they're called. Whatever they're called, I love them. They're the best. Alright, let's craft up the Vulcanite amulet. Dun dun dun. Boom. Vulcanite amulet. This thing is just too awesome for words. It's all about lava, and in order to use lava powers with my Vulcanite amulet, number one, let's see, it gets me an iron band. I guess there's no shortcut recipes still. Shortcut recipes were unfortunately disabled. So if I want a Vulcanite amulet that I can carry around with me, it gives me lava immunity, which is, of course, nice to have. But the other thing it's going to do for me is it's going to let me create lava. In order to create lava, I'm going to need some redstone. And all I got to do here, nice, simple, and easy. Let's see if I can do this without causing too much of a problem. Right-click, lava. Ta-da! It's currently using the energy in my Klein star, but if I didn't have my Klein star in my inventory, I'd be using my redstone. So keep in mind that I can right-click using my Vulcanite amulet to get lava. So what does that bring to your mind? What do you think Direwolf is going to build that right-clicks items for him? If you thought to yourself the Red Power 2 deployer, you were absolutely correct. So I'm going to need a piece of redstone, a piston, and a chest. Sweet. I've got a chest, and I can remote order myself a piston right here somewhere. I know I have it in there. There it is. Request one, please. And then I just have to sit back and wait for that to get built. So redstone on the bottom, chest was on top, right? And cobble all along the sides, and there's my piston. That gets me the deployer. Awesome. So let's go downstairs and think about a perfect build for this little plan that I've got. Alright, so I'm just going to drill through my wall right here. I'm going to get rid of this wireless transmitter that I had. I can get rid of this stuff as well. That's going to be just going into my alchemy bag for now. This bag is a miscellaneous bag of junk. I should probably make more of these guys pretty darn soon, because I'm starting to have space issues inside my bag already, and I'm only on, what, episode 23? Yeah, definitely need to make a new bag soon. So let's see. Back here, I want a decently sized little space to do my work in. It's not going to be terribly crazy or anything, but I just want to make sure that I have enough room to do everything I want to do. That should be good. I want it to look nice too. Alright, and let's just grab my destruction catalyst real fast and clear out the roof a little bit. Perfect. Maybe this little bit too. Alright, hopefully that's enough room, but I can always get more. I'm going to craft a couple things I need in preparation for this system, and I'll be right back. Alright, I hope I've got everything I need here. Oh wait, I think I forgot one thing. Look at me. I literally start and like 2 seconds later realize I forgot something. My pump. Meant to pick that up. And I should have plenty of pipes here. Golden waterproof pipes. I've got some golden and I've got some of this stuff. I'll even grab my gold just in case I need to make a few more, though in this small of a space I don't think I will. Alright, so first off I'm going to place down here a pretty simple thing. I'm thinking right here, maybe I want this moved over one. So I'm going to place right here a deployer. Okay, and inside that deployer, I'm going to place my Vulcanite amulet that I just created, and for now, just one simple stack of redstone. Pretty simple and straightforward. The way this is going to work is, whenever a redstone signal is applied, the deployer is going to right-click with whatever item it has in its inventory. And as of the latest version of Equivalent Exchange, it detects the inventory inside, and it pulls out a piece of redstone and uses the amulet. Perfect. Next up, I want to place a pump right above that guy, like so. Ta-da! And what I can do with that now, if I dig back here, you can see I have some redstone engines on my inventory. Yep. I can do this. And I'll activate all these guys in the classic redstone engine kind of way. Come back here, sticks. Sticks, redstone, boom. Redstone torch. Perfect. Put one of these guys here. And back in this corner, I'll put this redstone so that all 4 engines are pumping at all times. I might change this system in the future from redstone engines to something a little bit more compact, but for now, I feel like redstone engines is probably the simplest way to go. And from that, I'm going to run a waterproof pipe. Perfect. And maybe I want to move this guy. Yeah, maybe he should go right on top, like that. How's that look? Not bad? Yeah, I kind of like the looks of that. Nice easy way to make this work, maybe. Yeah. If I do something like this. I thought that would work. Alright, well I can just do this and then make one more of these things. I'm sure there's a way to do this with just 2 redstone torches, but it's not like redstone torches are the most expensive item to make in the world. Cool. Alright, so all 4 of those things are pumping. And now I can run my golden waterproof like this. Perfect. Now all I need to do is set up a timer, and that's what I'm going to do right here. So instead of having this thing, of course, I'm just going to set up a timer right like this. And where's my timer going to be? Right there. And I'll leave it pulsing every 2 seconds. That sounds pretty good. So now we've got pretty much an automated lava supply system. It'll hang out back there, and it'll fill up these tanks. Now I don't want this thing running endlessly. I think that would be kind of a waste. So why don't I grab myself an iron AND gate right here. And I'm going to place it on this. And because it's next to a tank, I can detect when there is a full tank condition. And when that is detected, I'm going to emit a redstone signal. And now what I can do is grab my alchemy bag. Do I have any redstone wire? I do. Tons of it too. Hooray. And I can run this stuff right down like this. I can probably just run it straight to here. There we go. Now, once this tank fills up with lava, it's going to emit a redstone signal stopping the timer. So the timer is going to automatically stop, and therefore automatically stop this deployer system, and this thing will just sit here hanging out doing nothing until there's room for more lava. Then the timer will start back up again and do its thing. So that's not what I wanted to put there at all. Why don't I grab myself some smooth stone, seal this wall up a little bit, and I should have some smooth stone covers in my inventory, and if not, I'll make some real fast. Nope, guess not. So let's grab this guy. And that looks pretty good. I'm just going to place one right in front here. And then another piece of smooth stone in the front of this. So there we now have a nice and cool looking automated system for producing lava. It's a little bit slower than a big huge lava pump, but that's the side effect that we're going to have as a result of doing this. Now what's the one downside is as soon as I run out of redstone in here, which I already did, so number one, it does require a good supply of redstone in order to do this. You can see we've already run out. Oh well. I better go upstairs and get some more and maybe implement a neat little auto supplier pipe system. And maybe I'll do something like this. If I place a little piece of wireless redstone right here, can I do that? No, it won't fit. Darn. Can I get this guy to do what I want it to do? Probably not. Oh well. I was going to have an manual shut-off. Maybe for now I'll just leave a lever on the ground. There we go. Just so I don't have to hear that annoying ding noise every time there's no redstone in there. I need to get a supplier system set up, I think. Why don't I get ready for that? Now, I think another problem that I came up with for the system might be that if the lava isn't sucked up fast enough, it might still use the redstone to deploy. Let's see if that's the case. We'll let this guy pulse. I need to put some redstone in there. So, yeah, see, it's using the redstone even if it doesn't suck it up. So we should mitigate that risk a little bit by bumping this up to 5 seconds. So it's going to slow down the production of lava, obviously, but it's going to give my engines, now of course they're at the green stage, so they haven't quite gotten to the point where you know, they're moving as fast as they can. This thing will take a little less than 5 seconds to suck up in the future, but now at least we don't have to worry about wasting redstone in the production of lava. So that's pretty neat. And maybe in the future I'll wind up putting a Klein star in there with a little bit more juice than currently available, and that will supply that with the power it needs to use the Vulcanite amulet a little bit more long term. So for now, I'll probably just go ahead and knock this thing off and seal this wall back up, and maybe in the future I'll go look into doing some more of that stuff. But look, we're producing lava automatically. Let's wait here for a few minutes for these lava tanks to fill. Alright guys, so two things. One, I've almost filled up my tanks, and now that I've hit the orange stage on my redstone, you can see that this has taken about 2 seconds again to start pulling the lava thing out. So I'm going to bring this guy down to 3 seconds just to go ahead and be nice and quick about it. So see how much faster that's going to run, and we should pretty soon get to the point where our tanks are full. It's almost there. And again, when the tanks are full, it should detect that on my gate, emit the redstone signal, and stop my timer. Let's see what happens. Dun 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 dun. Almost there. I get excited by this stuff. It's I don't know, I just have this like thing where I always like to test to make sure that like the system I set up works. So even though I'm pretty sure it will, so there we go. The tank was full for a moment and it was emitting the redstone signal, but then the distribution pipe took over and redistributed. So the tank will be full again in a moment and stay full. There we go. Tank is definitely full at this point. Distribution pipe or not. Oh, nope, maybe not. It had a little bit more to go. See, this is why I test to make sure stuff like this works properly, or as I expect it to at least. There we go. Almost, considering being full. And this thing is off, by the way, so it shouldn't be valving out to the other guys. Or wait, is it? Oh, see, this is why we test. My valve thing is off, so how are we emitting a redstone signal to the valve? It's because this thing is here. If I knock this block off, now the redstone signal from my gate will not affect my valve pipe. And now we should have a bit more stable of a system. See? This is something I would have never expected to happen, but if I hadn't have tested it, I would have never known. And we used a good amount of redstone, by the way, to get to this point. Not to mention all kinds of other contraptions. So if anybody thinks it's a little cheatish to use the Vulcanite amulet, it's your opinion. You're allowed to think that. But I think it's just a neat solution to a problem of I can't go into the nether to get this stuff too reliably because of the way nether chunk loading works. And there's no good way for me to do this in regular chunk loaders because chunk loading from so far away was causing me some issues. So now we've got this nice full tank of lava, and as they drain out, it'll refill. Like I said, in the future, once I get some more EMC flow going, I'll be able to use my Klein star to power that thing. So for now, I think we've got a pretty solid system. By the way, how am I doing with this chest? 45 UU matter. We've made a little bit of progress here in my mass fab. Why don't I go upstairs and see if I'm starting to get cobble yet through my quarry. Nope, looks like the quarry is still doing its thing with some dirt. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Oh yeah, I just popped out to check my quarry, and it looks like we're pretty close to the layer of rock, so we should start getting some stone soon, and that'll be the stuff processed. Remember, dirt and sand and any of that stuff isn't going to get processed. I did go ahead and run over to visit my friend over there and visit my rubber tree farm, something I haven't done in a while. So I want to get some rubber processing. I should probably at some point add the extractor to the automated system, but it's not that necessary. So for now, I'll go ahead and put the sticky resin in there and just get my overclocker upgrades out just to let that guy run a little bit faster. Let's go check out our apiary real quick. I want to see about that majestic or whatever thingy I got. Noble, right? Yeah, I got a noble something. So cultivated meadows, common noble princess. Let's mate them with a common noble drone and see what kind of luck we might get. Cross your fingers for something good. Yay, noble queen, hooray. By the way, the noble branch is a recessive gene, so I believe that because I just made it a common noble and a common noble, I only had a 25% chance of getting a noble queen there. Is that how genetics work? Something like that. So now we know that we can combine cultivated drones with common drones. We already learned that, so let's start combining them with meadows drones. So let's do a cultivated princess with a meadows drone and see if we get any luck. I'm going to take all these bees out of here. I can't wait to get some of the good stuff. Meadows cultivated. All right, no luck. I'll put my cultivated drone, and these guys can go on page 2 because they're crossbreeds, and I don't want to worry about them too much. I want to try and go with purebreds. I believe I have a better chance of doing stuff with purebreds than with non-purebreds. So let's see. This is not. It is. It's not. It is. Cool. So I'll put these guys in here. Tons of drones, not nearly enough princesses. Alright, I'll let this guy work its way down. You can see we got ourselves some honeydew. That's awesome. I'm going to manually just move this stuff over to my alchemical chest for now. Honeydew can be used for a bunch of cool things. It can be used for the glistening melon, which is a kind of like a good melon recipe, I guess. And also short mead, and ambrosia, which is also 2 more types of food that are pretty good. I might check them out in the future. I gotta see like what the effects are. It looked like ambrosia had some kind of little glowy effect going on. So the noble queen is doing her thing. Finally got a purebred noble, which is nice. All my forestry stuff. Wanted to note to you guys that forestry, because of the way Minecraft works in 1.0 now, chunk loaders do not allow trees to grow. In the past, I think they did. Like, they didn't let cactuses and other things grow, but I think trees would still grow in 1.8, but now in 1.0 and forward, chunk loaders are not doing a lot for my farm. So at some point in the future, I might want to consider moving this tree farm closer to my base so that the chunk loaders, well, I won't need them because I'll be in my base and things will be good. So that looks good. I'm just popping down to my mass fabricator to see it running a little bit while it has that amplifier percentage in there. You'll notice the progress bar goes for another few seconds, but then turned off, and then it ran again for a few seconds when it got the scrap it needed. So that's a cool effect of what I was doing a moment ago. And I think we're pretty close to getting to the point where we can make another a piece of quantum armor. If I remember correctly, it's 56 pieces of UU matter that I need, so we should be pretty close to being able to do that scrap stuff. And for now, I think this is a pretty good wrapping up point. Looks like we're about close to the half-hour mark and don't want to start any major builds until, you know, I have more time. So for now, Direwolf20 signing off on episode 23. Hope you guys enjoyed checking it out. Next episode, hopefully I'll get to the point where I can get some quantum armor. Mark III relay, I had to use some energy to get what I needed for my lava cell stuff, so I wasn't able to get a second collector going yet. But hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to do that. Alright, take it easy guys.